Hello, Dumalang Sambanani. A very warm welcome to your #1 youth current affairs show. Of course, we're talking about expressions. This is definitely the place for you to air your views. I'm your host, Jacqueline Mapala.
Sinibingelela sinamukele mina ngumxolisi wakwaMasango. Kuyintokozo of course to be with you guys on the show namhlanje as we taking you through everything that you need to know, and these are the conversations that involve wena umuntu omusha. Namhlanje uhlelweni siyabuza, is it important to expose ulusha to practical skills as well as the corporate world, Jackie, which is a very important conversation that we should be having. What do you have to say about the conversations that we're having on the show namhlanje? So now the first stop on the program takes us to the West Rand, where we will be taking some students on a mining experience like never seen before. What do you think? Let us know. Let's take you there. Okay, Mbugelo Expressions, as you know, ukuthi Expressions makes sure ukuthi izwi labantu abasha is always represented. Kungakho namhlanje sithelekile eFoshville, where today we have taken out some students from Vosloorus in the east of Johannesburg to bring them this side to ensure ukuthi they are equipped with certain skills and are exposed to a certain field. Now, these are students who are deaf, and as we observe Eat Deaf Week, we're making sure that each and every voice of the young person is represented. Let's show you what's happening today.
Lapha size ngowendaba yabantwana abancane sifuna ukubafaka kwizinto zama-industries, sibafundise indaba zama-manufacturing, sibabonise ukuthi sisebenza kanjani izinto zama-mining industry. Today ngizonibonisa ama-material cards esiwasebenzisa underground ukuthi siwakhanda kanjani lapha. Sinibonise ama-rail clips esiwasebenzisa ukubamba ama-rails underground isiporo ukuthi singanyakazi, senzele ukuthi abantu basebenze safe. Ngiphinde nginibonise i-workshop lapho senze khona ama-support nezinto zokwenza ama-locals safe as well.
Okay, so give us a bit of a background ngawe and your qualifications and ukuthi kungani ukhethe ukungena kulomkhakha.
Ngingene kule industry ngisasemncane, ngithanda kakhulu mining ngisasemncane. Kwaba into engihlale ngiyibona yenzeka phambi kwami, ngibona abantu bavuka ekuseni baya mining ngaba interested, bengumuntu othanda u-experience izinto ezintsha. Ngithe mangikhula ngakhetha ukufunda i-geology, lapho khona sisebenza ngamatshe, asebenza kakhulu ezimine nangezindlela. And after that ngase ngingena kumkhakha we-engineering, ngoba ngithanda ukuthi ngidesign izinto zami. Ngithe mangibuka indlela ekusetshenzwa ngayo mine, ngabona ngathi there's a lot of things esingazitshintsha sisebenzise nge-technology entsha, ukuthi mhlawumbe singadesigna new things ezingakwazi ukusiza umphakathi, because isikhathi esiningi besithenga izinto from outside South Africa. And sithi manje it's time ukuthi sizenzele thina lapha si-youth, i-company ephethwe youth kakhulu lena, senza izinto zalapha futhi eSouth Africa.
All right, so siwumphakathi, are we doing enough to ensure ukuthi ulusha ikakhulukazi is empowered?
Most of the time we need to make sure, because at the end of the day, we as the business owners, we're from the communities, we need to look at what's happening around us and make sure that we get the people involved. So in this case, what usually happens, some of the people become selfish and they don't want to give the information to the people around. So as Circle Rail, myself, I'm trying to make sure that it does get transparent to other people. Everyone gets involved, everyone gets the knowledge.
Boiler making is a very nice trade. You must remember, if you can work with your hands, you will always have a job the rest of your life. They're always looking for good boiler makers and welders. Boiler making is not, boiler making is welding, drawings, you use your own brains, you build your own stuff.
So yinto esiyenzayo kwethina lapha ekhaya, sithe masibuka izinkinga, because kwezinye indawo uyibone abantu bathayela ukuplanisa babeka amatshe, sigibele phezulu kwetshe khona azokwazi ukuthi asebenze. Sinesikhampani into efana naleyo. Yonke lento lena njengoba khona abafuna ukwenza engineering, abantu abafuna ukwenza engineering uthando.
Okay, guys, sesiqedile ke manje just to get a tour around and experience everything that was here. I thought the explosives cart was very interesting for me. I don't know, what did you guys find interesting and what did you guys learn namhlanje?
Okay, I've learned how the mining works. I really didn't know at first what is happening at the mine. So I saw so many many things, the things that they use for the mines. So it was very interesting for me.
And you, my good sir?
Okay, I've learned that I would love to be in the industry in future. Yes.
And what would you like to do in the industry?
I want to look for gold, of course. And then I want to benefit because I'm going to sell that gold and benefit and become rich. It's so interesting that they find gold deep down the ground. But it's also surprising that there's only men. Where are ladies in this industry? So I think I would love to be part of this industry because I don't see any ladies in this industry. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. That's very nice. Nice. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, what I've learned is that you can make your own material. Like, that's very good for me if you can be able to produce your own material for mine. Okay, I just wanted to say, wow, you are so creative. You think of all these things alone. That's Jabi. Yes, that's your sign name, your facial look. That white. Yeah. So Dabi.
After that.
Groundbreaking stuff, of course, from Expressions, especially as we are commemorating Death Awareness Week. And it's very important, I think, for Expressions to make sure that we immerse young people and learners in this particular way, especially when it comes to this particular corporate world. We continue with this very important conversation after the break. You're watching Expressions.
Phinde sinibingelele sinamukele, you're still with us right here on Expression. So namhlanje indaba enkulu because we are looking at, exposing young people to the various skills as well as the different workplaces on the show. What do you have to say about the conversations we are having namhlanje ohlelweni? So the next stop takes us to Mamelodi, where we visit Amu's Cakes. What was so interesting about this visit was that Amu is not only passionate about making cakes, but also empowering young people who work with her. Take a look. Okay, so from Soweto straight to Mamelodi, namhlanje we are still continuing with the quest to expose Ulusha to the workplace, which is why we felt it was very important to descend at Amu's Cakes, where we're going to be experiencing certain things. Namhlanje we also have our in-house interns. I'm so excited. Let's still get them. Amu, I'm so excited. Guys, are you excited? Yeah. Where did the baking bug hit you? I want to know when.
Nisungule kubaka in 2009, around 2008 na tera. But ntelo ni bona ku ri ntero lo ni endla ku lo wa ku baka na utsakela ni ya mahlweni ni pfula bindzu ro baka makheki.
Yeah. So, do you think ukuthi mhlambe ukungena kulomkhakha lo ukusebenza ngokwezandla kubaluleke kakhulukazi for young people?
So it's very important because in the years that I've been in the business, there's been a huge demand for us to be able to train young, especially the youth, so that they open their own businesses. So we've migrated from selling daily cakes as a bakery, but now we're officially a baking school where we're actually teaching students how to bake so that they can open their businesses. When you work with the youth, you will learn a lot of things. They are highly proactive, and when the passion develops, they excel.
Yeah. And why is fine-tune ama skills afana nalawa so important ikakhulukazi for Ulusha in this day and age?
You need to stay in the trade. You need to keep up with the trends. And the most important part that we always forget, if still run a business. So you have to know that you're running a business. You need to teach yourself about financial management systems and consistency, being able to stay in the game for a longer period so that you can do this as a career like we're doing it.
Tsietsi, you are partner here. Of all the fields that you could have chosen, why did you pick this particular field? What inspired you about it?
I grew up following my mother to the kitchen. So when I saw this opportunity, I thought, this is what I must do. Let me try this.
So you think ukuthi learning ukusebenza ngokwezandla and doing the various other skills and equipping yourself rather with the other skills is the solution to unemployment in the country?
Yes. Working with your hands. It feels nice. You can do things on yourself. You can work from home. You can work from anywhere, as long as you know the job.
Okay, Tsietsi, what message do you have for young people right now watching the show thinking they'd like to be just like you?
In life, never give up. Never think that everything is over. There's something out there. Just look forward and look everywhere. Search for what you can do. Don't just sit down and relax. Nothing will come to you while you don't look it.
All right, my good sir, I can see you busy there. Is this something you'd consider getting into?
Doing cake business, it is something which is fun, and it can put money in your pocket if you are someone who's looking for a job.
I'll definitely consider baking stuff because it doesn't only bring you an income. It teaches you to be patient, to be focused, especially not messing up with the ingredients because you get something totally different and opposite. So I would definitely do it because there's more you get from this than just cakes.
All right, guys, I did say we're bringing our interns into this. So if you guys don't like it at Expressions, you're considering getting into this.
Yes, I would. But firstly, I would like to try it out for my family. Yeah, more especially since I've learned a lot of tricks, not mixing the waste ingredients with the dry ingredients, separating the eggs. Yeah.
We're here and we have a teacher that is here with the children to experience this with us. Why is it so important for ikakhulukazi ulusha to be exposed to izinto ezifana nalezi?
In terms of careers to choose, this is gonna give them opportunity to say they need to have 3 choices. If they're gonna have a problem in terms of finances or financial constraints regarding their parents, this is another opportunity, this is another chance to can have if before and after their studies, maybe after their degrees.
When you bake, you use water. I always thought every time I bake, I'm going to say every time. So I learned a lot, and I think I would join the baking business for a side business, and it was a really nice experience.
I've learned tricks on how to bake cakes, smooth cakes, fresh cakes. And I think I'm going to use these tricks to amaze my father because I'm a conic baker. So I'm going to show him how to bake.
I also learned a lot. Namanje ke kithi masekubhekwa ngizoba nesandla nami ke zobe sengibayenzela ama-cake soft. Yeah.
Bengazi nokuthi you can use oil instead of margarine since margarine ithatha isikhathi ukuthi imelt and yeah. Usebenzisa i-oil yenza ama-cake wakho abe soft, so yenza kube mnandi nje. I also learned ukuthi my manage business kumele ube careful namanye izinto ezinga-disrupt your business electricity in most businesses. So you just have to come with an alternative sources ukuthi ufixe those few mistakes so that i-business yakho iqhubeke.
It's not about only the skill, but having a metric as well is very important. So I'm quite open for this type of hustle in future.
Inspiring stuff from, of course, my partner Omko, who was on the ground at Mamelodi, and of course with some of the learners. I just feel bad that I got a little bit left out. Man, they were making those cakes, but of course it was important for Expressions to make sure that we are exposing young people to the hospitality industry. We continue this very important question around whether young people are actually exposed enough to the corporate world. Let us know what you think. Are you exposed? Let us know. We'll be back right after this.
Right, welcome back. You're still with us right here on Expression. So we continue with very important conversations around empowering the young mind. Namhlanje, we also will be taking you on a journey to the East Rand, where we're visiting some pupils who went on a cultural exchange program to France. They're going to be sharing with us some of their biggest experiences as well as some of their takeouts from this. What do you think about it? Let's take you there. All right, so we took you from Soweto to Mamelodi, and now we're in the East Rand, where we're in Eden Ridge High School, where we're going to be touching base with some students who are part of a cultural exchange program to France. I have so many questions for them, but let me not say much because we're going to have a chat with them. Let's go meet them. I was telling about this particular exchange program.
Valued Citizens Initiative is an NGO that runs open dialogues in schools. This particular program is focused on the grade 9 learner, following them all up to matric, running open dialogue sessions on citizenship education and current affairs and what is happening around us and what role do we as the youth play in what is happening and what do we contribute in the solutions for our country for all the social ills that we face. We take 4 schools in the surrounding area of our sponsors, and that is how the school was part of the program. Secondly, now we have 30 learners in the school doing or partaking in the Sondela Open Dialogue program. The best thing is, as the leaders of the school, how are they going to represent their school better? And that's how we came to the 4 that went on leadership values, and they went to a program from the sponsor of the Sondela program called Le Socle Populaire Français, which has been our sponsor since the inception of the program. And they were mixed with 17 other youth from other countries. It was an intercultural exchange of the education system from different countries, an exchange also of different diversities, how democracy runs in their countries and how it is here, and more especially the commonalities that we face as challenges as youth of the world and the differences.
Why was this so important? And then Gwesbeli, we look at youths from rural areas. Why is it also important to be empowered?
Now, if you do not empower the youth, then you are slowly killing the country. So that's why it's important. It's important because the youth carry the spirit of growth of the country in every sphere. The youth we are today was because of the youth that was before us. Secondly, it is important, as you are touching base on rural areas, we do have the same programs because we run in 5 provinces. We do have the same program in Limpopo, in Free State, and in deep rural. So it is important to touch youth everywhere because the youth from the rural areas needs to gain hope, needs to know that their circumstances or wherever that they come from does not define their destiny.
To this leg of the show, just to give you guys a glimpse about this particular program. Let's go have a chat with them. And now that we have some students that came back from France, what is your take out of that?
This Sondela Dialogue organization, it is a good thing for everyone. You know, it empowers the youth. We are inspired. We learn a lot about the constitution, solidarity, social cohesion, and most importantly, the democracy.
When they went to France, I was really excited because that put our school on the map. And it represented us very, very well, and we're very proud of them.
We were asking the teacher, why bona baya e France and stuff, and teacher was tshela singa lokhu siyibuza imibuzo nathi sizoya eFrance ngeyethu imali masikule.
And let me take you back to what our Miss South Africa 2019 said. She said leadership is the most important thing, but we don't become leaders because we don't want to, but because of what our society has labeled women to be. And we as women should be given every chance to interact with people because we are the most important people.
So you're also going to France?
I am definitely going.
Okay. what is the importance of having such initiatives of exposing young people to these environments? Because that's the big question, essentially.
You give them a perspective. They do understand that everything that just could be a dream that you don't activate suddenly come close to you. It's possible, it's real, it's tangible. Secondly, the fact that it opens, we often say at Value Citizen, we open your eyes, open your ears to new experience, open your heart to new experience, because we connect with one another. And that is key, because then you can project yourself with confidence into the future.
They've shown the responsibility of commitment, supportive to the program, and making a difference to the program. And hence 4 of them have went.
Okay, so now let's talk about the whole experience for Wena Njengotishal.
Yo, I don't even know where to start. Let me share this with you. We were in the plane about at 1,490 altitude. Opabalo opens that window there. Uhlola ngaphansi. It's like, yo, sir, it's yini manje. The whole Africa is in load shedding. That was beautiful to watch, because now that went to show that our kids are aware of their surroundings. They are aware of what is going on in the country. But more and above that, they've shown that they too deserve the best in life.
Let's talk about the cultural exchange program itself. How was it? How was your experience?
Well, it was harder communicating with the other youth from other countries, but we managed. We tried our best to speak and interact.
There in France, there's free medical aid. If you are sick, you can go to the medical doctor and for free. And here in South Africa, we don't have that. You have to pay. And there in France, they take sports seriously for kids to express themselves. And I'd really like for South African schools to have sports so that we can express ourselves sportically.
When we first got there in the morning, we went to the restaurant where Mr. Malinga dared me to speak in French. And I never thought that I would also talk to a woman in French. What we saw that was different was the streets were different, the environment, the technology that was there. It's also at the bus stations. There's also a plug where you can charge your phone. You see, so the technology is very, very advanced there.
You could see that in France, they value people's rights, which is what we learned in the Sandela Open Dialogues. And we've also learned about the environment, how clean is the country compared to South Africa. The country is so clean to the point where you don't even find the papers on the roads or in the parks, or so, like everything is just clean. And it's so amazing, like it's breathtaking, like everything is just so super fine, thank you.
Samko, we've come to the end of today's episode, and what an inspiring and empowering episode that we had today. I mean, outside of exposing young people to the mining, catering, as well as cultural experiences, I think it was really powerful, I think, in terms of being able to reiterate the very important message around how education is an incredibly important tool in ensuring that young people understand social as well as global issues. I mean, but I was jealous, eh?
I know, right? That's because you chose to stay behind.
I was jealous.
You chose to stay behind. But of course, I think some of my greatest takeouts from this was just watching how these young people were so involved with everything that was happening at that time, and also just they were so excited about everything that was happening. And of course, we have to leave a cheer for today's installment of Expressions. Thank you so much for joining us, Muntu Mosha. From all of us here at Expressions, till next time, nsale kahle. Here's Umdu Nomalungelo with Ngowe. Take care.
Adios, muchachos. Bye.
Umungigala mina ngiyophalala njengamanzi
understand lutho inhliziyo apho lamanxeba